This is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy. It's loud. It's hectic. We're in New York City. But I want you to listen to No Holds Barred Network.
Hey guys, welcome to the No Holds Barred Network. We're debuting, I was going to say under the ropes. Oh my God, but we're debuting Indy Talks. Shane, where's the bell?
2 seconds in.
Oh my God.
2 seconds in.
Damn, where's Kyle?
We've already kicked off. New record.
I'm your host, the queen of the indies herself, Tiffany, and I'm joined with my good friend Ray. What is going on, Ray?
Hi, everybody.
Like an epic fail of already, pretty much. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm so excited. I don't know. Are you excited? I'm excited.
I'm excited. It's something different. It's indie, and I love it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's true. I was thinking about this earlier. I actually said to Kyle, I was like, I need now an indie wrestler to do an intro for me. So right now with the first episode, we're going to have our boy Johnny Gargano do our intro. So I don't know.
Well, I don't think there's anyone more indie you can get than Johnny to start it off.
Yeah, you know? I guess so. I mean, that's what Kyle was saying earlier as well. So, but I still love my Johnny Gargano. So, but that's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, I decided to start this because my passion for indie wrestling has become absolutely insane. And I have, God, like if you go all the way back, and I'm going to ask Ray to tell like his story or whatever. 5 years ago was probably my first indie show, and it was SWA out here in Long Island. And if you guys have followed the network before, you've seen I've interviewed Anthony Gangone, and that's where I found him. So I used to go to a lot of the SWA shows, but within the last year is when I started doing more indie shows. ICW has become one of my favorite promotions here in New York. And that's thanks to like Brad and Margaret, my two best friends, and they're in love with indie wrestling. And this was nice because I know like if I need like to find new stuff, those are the two to go after. Then of course I've been following Anthony Gangone the last couple of months, which has brought me to amazing promotions and amazing wrestlers. And if it wasn't for Anthony, I would have never met Ray. So kudos to Anthony. He doesn't think that he's like freaking over, and he says that he can't take credit for it, but I don't care. I'm still gonna put him over. But yeah, Ray.
Thanks, brother.
tell us a little bit how you got into the indie scene.
Okay, so I kind of want to say around the same time. It feels like everyone usually says like 5 years ago or so. That's when they start watching. I started watching through, funny enough, a meet and greet. Mm-hmm. I met the Hardy Boys 5 years ago at, was it Royal Collectibles? Yeah. I went there and they were advertising House of Glory. So I'm like, it's in my area. Why not? From there, just one night of indie wrestling, I fell in love. I had to look up everything I could. I had to see what started this. Because wrestling, usually people find out of, okay, it's either WWE or back in the day would be WCW, ECW, even more recent like TNA, Impact. No one usually finds about, oh, there's something else. There's an alternative. There's indie wrestling. So that's the good thing, that now we're exposed to so much, and it's the new trend now.
Yeah.
Which I love. So
it's just
like, that's why we're going to talk about today.
Oh my God. It's just been an experience. But before I go a little more deeper, look at this layout. Okay. Oof. Can we talk about this layout? Like, I'm going to give Kyle a little bit of a big head, and then I'm going to take it back because I don't like giving him too much of a big head. No. But no, Kyle's been amazing. Like the thumbnails and the layouts, the intros, the outros. He's just been absolutely amazing. So thank you, and thank you for letting me do this on the network as well. But I mean, look at all these amazing indie guys. You have Alex Zane, who I had the pleasure of interviewing last night. So if you guys have not checked out that episode, please, like, I was already a fan. He made me more big of a fan. So he's just amazing, and he's gonna come back on the podcast as well, so I'm excited about that. So he said we could do another one, so we're gonna wait a couple of months before we invite him back on so we can hear more of like his journey, because I can only imagine what 2020 is gonna be like for him. So he's a freaking beast. And I mean, the talk's
gonna be more food too.
Yes, we're talking about food. Taco Bell. He made me really hungry last night with Taco Bell, so I think I'm gonna go get some for dinner tonight.
Oh my god, I'm in the chat and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of hungry now.
I think everybody was hungry after this episode last night, but
yes, Kyle, Eastern Championship Wrestling, not the extreme one. Nah. We're talking about good old Mid-South Eastern. Yeah.
So we have, after Alex A, we got Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson. I love him. I've seen him so much in ICW. He's another one. I love following him on Twitter now, like especially that he was in, was it Australia that he was in? And all the pictures and his Instagram stories is just pretty awesome. And if you guys follow the network, next, you know, Mr. Anthony Gangone, number one husband. How can I not have him on the layout? Like, come on now. Like,
I don't know that guy.
You know?
That's the only one I don't know out of this layout.
Listen, by the way, guys, just so you want to know about the commitment, Ray's got a freaking tattoo of him.
This is true. This is
that's you know, that's really how it is. So, and then as we go forward, we got Tessa Blanchard, who, as you guys know, we got Sammy Callahan, and then Chris Bay. And like, again, like these guys, oh my god, I the only one that I haven't seen live is Chris Bay. So that's kind of like on the bucket list of people that I want to meet. So, and definitely see wrestle in person. So, but great guys. Looking forward to see. I don't want them to be sighing. I'm being selfish here. We talked about this.
Technically, Sammy and Tessa are signed to Impact.
This is true. This is true.
That counts.
Yeah, and they're still in the indie scenes. That's the nice thing. That's why we included them into the layout, because even though that they are signed with Impact, they still are currently running in the indie scenes, which is just absolutely amazing. So, but yeah, of course, you want everybody to get picked up, you know, but I'm sitting here being a little selfish that I don't want them because I like the experience of it. But, so it's funny that me and Ray actually met because I had put a post out like a couple months ago saying that I was going to go to a show, Excellence, which was in Pennsylvania. And I asked if anybody wanted to come join with me and Jimmy because it was going to be a long ride. So Ray had messaged me. And actually that day I was actually going to, oh God, what promotion was it? There's so many freaking promotions. Dropkick Depression, right? Yeah. Okay, so I told him that I was going to Dropkick Depression, and if you wanted to come with me to go see Gen Going. So he's like, yeah. So this has been our journey the last couple of months, that we've been going to a whole crap load of indie scenes.
Oof. Yeah. It's been a long journey for the short amount of time.
It's been like a couple of months. So it's been great because I did not know all these indie promotions were out there. So it's kind of cool to follow, you know, maybe one particular wrestler, and then you start finding promotions that are great, you know, maybe some promotions that aren't as great, or maybe you just find things that you didn't even know that you might like, that you didn't think you were gonna like, that you start finding wrestlers that you're like, damn, who's this guy? Let me find out. Let me do some research. Let me look on YouTube. Let me find out some more information. And this is what's been going on with me. Like, the passion for me for this is insane. So,
which is a good thing about indie wrestling. It's like you get to see, it's like 31 flavors basically. Yeah. It's like you get to see a little bit of everything, and once you find that one niche of yours, you continue. Nice. And you find a whole new set of flavors. It's like every show is different.
It's like my list of husbands. I keep adding to my list. I keep finding all these gorgeous guys.
By now, it's going to be more than 31.
Screw it. I'm just going to like kick off all like the sign guys, and I'm just going to make a list of like my indie husbands, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting crap from everybody that if they're not on the list.
This is why I said put them in tiers, because you have the indie category, the all elite. Yes, for those that didn't get it, I was the one that told her tier it.
Yeah, so yeah,
I just threw myself under the bus there.
Everybody's throwing themselves under the bus. It's great. So, but at least it's all good fun and stuff like that. So, and as you guys know, I'm like very positive. So, like, I'm not going to go into like any negative about it. I mean, the little negatives that maybe like I might say is, and I know Ray's going to agree with me with this, is the crowds or whatever. But wait, before I go into that, when we went to one of the shows this weekend, Dan Moff was talking about how he just got picked up. So that was his last show in New Jersey in that particular building. And he was talking about how it starts from the indie scenes. And he just went into this whole thing about keep supporting indie wrestling, because at the end of the day, even if you're watching WWE, NXT, Impact, AEW, it all starts from the indie scene. So that's why, like, I'm always preaching, you have to support it and you have to go check it out. Like, go check out your local indie scene. There's so many. It's I need to clone myself, because that's my problem now. There's so many shows and there's so many people I want to support and I can't.
Yeah. So, we just need to clone. We need a whole cloning machine.
Yes.
Clone us, clone the car, and it'll all just take the travel. That's what we need to do.
It's crazy. It's so hard. I have to plan way in advance of where I'm going to. And I feel horrible sometimes, because I really want to support everybody, because I've made really great connections and friendships with a lot of these guys. And like, it sucks. Like, I'm actually going to House of Glory on Saturday, but I kind of want to go to BWF. And I'm like, this sucks. So I don't know, right? Can I like cut myself or something, or clone or whatever? It totally sucks.
We gotta find that technology. Kyle, get on that.
Yes, Kyle.
You're in the
Come
chat.
on. There you go.
Canada's more advanced than we are. So come on, Kyle.
Well, maybe Japan, because wasn't Alex Zane talking about that last night too? That they're way in advance, like by 50 years. He was saying.
Oh, that is true. That's the usual thing. Like, people go straight always to a Japan or China country saying it. So I was like, let's give it to Canada for a bit. Maybe they can do something.
See? So yeah, now I know what Jimmy goes through all the time, that he's like, welcome to my life and stuff. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a pleasure, and it just gets me so excited and happy. And like, this weekend has been probably one of the best weekends that I've had within the last couple of months. I don't know if it was because of the fact that we did so much indie wrestling. I don't know. I feel like every day had a different special feel. So there is a lot of promotions that we're gonna talk about. So here, I'm gonna show you guys some of the posters of some of the shows that I've gone to. I did not get a chance to go to the House of Glory show because I did get sick. But Ray works for House of Glory, actually, so he's gonna talk a little bit about it. We got Full Faith Wrestling, BWF, IWA, ICW. Was it Violence, Suffering?
Violence and Suffering,
and then Synergy Wrestling. So these are the ones within the last month that I have gone. So this is what I kind of want to do. Probably once a month. Maybe I'll push a little more of Indy Talks, depending how everything goes. But as for the first episode, these are the shows that I kind of wanted to talk about. So, but I don't even know where to start. Right? Like, there's so much. I mean, maybe we should start with the ICW show, because I think that was the first show that we went to. I think this month. Yeah, ICW. Yeah. ICW is absolutely one of my favorite promotions. I'm always preaching about it. I always buy front row. It's just, they always get big names. You always see Nick Gage, Jimmy Lloyd. Like, I just like keep putting all these people over, and then you've seen names like Penelope Ford, you've seen Joey Janela in it. This one was here in Queens, New York. Now they've been moving to like Jersey. I think they're completely taking over on Jersey now, that we said, right? That they told us that they're no longer going to be in Queens, New York, or it's just going to be back and forth.
No, I think just for this one, it might be.
Yeah, because like now they're starting to do kind of like a death match scene. but you can't do it here in New York with the laws. So you can only do it in New Jersey. So actually, January 4th, I'm going to that show. That's going to be bonkers. I don't know. You used to follow ICW a long time ago. So, and then you came back. So what did you think about it?
Well, ICW, for those that are in the tri-state area, they know it as, I guess I want to say, like one of the original indies to a degree. Because it was like that alternative to ROH being there and ECW closing its doors.
Right.
So ICW was where a lot of these guys you know of, like Amazing Red, of the Low Keys, the Homicides, the Hit Squad. It was ICW.
Right.
Like, funny enough, one of my first matches I watched after going to that Hog show was Low Key versus Xavier.
Right.
And this was, funny enough, our friends were talking about how that was like the match that put it on the marquee. Like that was a ladder match that put that indie on the marquee. And ICW, it closed its doors, I want to say like 2012, around there.
Wow.
It had a resurgence again in like 2015, 2016. And now it's been, once again, like it's back and has the model changed a little bit just to keep up with the times.
Right.
Because unfortunately, you can't stick to one format. Everything has to adapt, and it's done for the better.
Yeah.
So
great promotion. It's just, I'm forever. And if you guys follow me on Twitter, like you see, like I'm always putting over ICW. It's definitely my favorite promotion going around. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all these promotions, but like as for like the New York, like this is definitely one of my favorite promotions. We were laughing the other day because I go to these shows and I take lots of video and I need more storage because I love taking pictures. I love taking videos. It's just so, the stuff that I capture, it's just insane. Like Joey Silver was like, he goes, you always capture the best moments. So, and I'm like, well, you know,
true, you've been catching like the perfect timing of it. You've gotten like, we were looking at footage earlier. You have a highlight reel worth of footage already.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, I'm looking at my phone. I have 579 videos in my phone, and probably 90% of that is probably all the indie wrestling shows that I've gone to. So I mean,
more than like,
yeah. I mean, I think I have like one of the first ICW shows in my phone of even like Marco Stunt when I just first found Marco Stunt, and I every once in a while I do like a throwback, and I always go back to that one video, and I'm like, damn, I was like, this is what made me like love Marco Stunt. So
okay, I agree with Jimmy here. He says get a camera.
Yeah, I know, but not really, because this is a 4K phone. So it takes crisp videos. It's just that sometimes when I upload them into social media, it takes away from the 4K. That's the only problem that I have. But when you look at it on my phone,
there's a way around that. I guess we'll talk about that off the air.
Okay, we'll talk about that off the air.
We can fix that
but
later.
like, yeah, when I post like sometimes on like Facebook, it's just an issue sometimes, and then on Twitter, like I don't know, but. I don't know. I'm always like, I wish I could post like everything on Twitter like you can on Facebook, because it just some of the footage that I have. So I try not to like kill Twitter with all the videos I have. At least with Facebook, you can make an album and then you can upload everything like that. So, but we're going to see. So as for, you know, I know what you're saying, like get a 4K camera. So the cool thing is like, so we're in December right now, and I'm actually like also planning ahead for shows. And I already have a February date in my head that I have to go to the show. They want me to come and do a live podcast. So I need equipment because it'd be kind of cool. I'm thinking about like going around with like a camera and a microphone and doing interviews with some of these wrestlers. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So
see how it is though, ladies and gentlemen? We're still in December.
Like
he's not joking. Like,
I'm not.
Indie shows need to be planned like months.
Yeah, I was like, and then it's funny because a lot of promoters, like, if they didn't know me, they know of me, and then it's just it's been really nice, and I like you guys don't. I'm like, Ray always says I'm so humble, but I really like cannot put into words, you know, like how like open door policy everybody's been to me. I've like been so kind. And and it's just even like the whole thing IWA, which we'll get into that conversation, because of the fact that I was following Gangone. That's how Frank knew about me. So it was like messaging me and like, hey, your husband is going to wrestle, like, you know, you got to come to the show, I'll give you, you know, reserved seating. And that's another thing too, a lot of these promotions have been putting me in like reserved seating and stuff like that, and it's just great. And you know, it means so much to me. It's just I'm so excited as is, and then it's like when you do that and I feel like I'm nobody, and it's like I can't, like, it's just special. Like I really appreciate it. Yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, AEP press, pretty much. Like, even Jimmy knows, because I get that same thing at Full Faith Wrestling as well too. So, I think me and Ray could totally agree that the best spot of the night at ICW. Okay, you know where I'm going with this because you're thinking about it, right? You already know, right? So the best spot of the night. This guy Mittens or whatever, and he does like ring crew and things like that. He was sitting in a chair, and this wrestler Danny Zamonto went over, grabbed him, picked him up, walked around the ring, and then slammed him into Pinky Sanchez. And then he fell on the floor. We died. I got the best footage for that. I should have really clipped that and shared it. But I think going forward, because I don't want to overdo videos with you guys, I think when I do these Indy Talks, I'm going to do best promo of the night of the entire month, and then best clip of the footage that I have taken. So I think going forward, that's what I'm going to do. So, but this was a really funny moment. So it got so over, and then I made it into a GIF, and it was pretty funny. But that was like one of the best things about
I didn't know if I should feel bad for Mittens or for Pinky Sanchez, because that was a pretty hard spear.
Seriously. Which show do you want to talk about next? I think the next show that came up after that was the BWF. I know you did not go with me to that show. So I'll talk, I guess, like quickly about that, and then maybe we'll go.
I just know there was a steel cage. Am I right?
Yes, there was a steel cage match. That steel cage match was absolutely insane. All right, I got knocked into. It was crazy because they took the rail down that was protecting the fans, and I got like banged. I'm pretty sure I got a black and blue from one of you guys. All right, so shame on you.
Careful, she chops.
I chop. All right, I chop. So Anthony St. James was another one we interviewed, and he talked about me chopping him as well. But BWF is actually where I found Chris Steeler, who is now one of my list of husbands. So he's a little salty at me because he's number 7, but I look at it like he's the lucky number 7, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like 7's always been like that lucky number.
Right? Like, what's the
problem? It's not too high. It's not too low.
You made the list, okay? Yeah. You made the list, okay? So
be humble, Priscilla.
Yes, just be humble, because I booted a bunch of people off my list, and you made the list, okay? So
let's pour one out for those that lost the list spot.
The poor guys. Everybody's fighting to get on my list, so we'll talk about who's fighting for number 1 right now, but we'll get into that. But
oh god,
BWF is in the Bronx, and again, this is another promotion that I had followed Anthony the first time, and he was doing the Escape from New York, and I really was like, this is such a cool concept, because they had 4-on-4, and it was like elimination till the end. So it was a really cool concept. I'm gonna talk about Matt. What was his last name? I can't think of his last name right now. The chancleta guy.
Matt Awesome.
Thank you. So he's awesome.
One half of you're awesome.
Yeah.
They're tags.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. His whole gimmick is with a chancleta, and like it got so over, and he's always beating up JD Alpha with the chancleta, which we will talk about also with VSX, the Violence and Suffering.
Oh my god!
Which we
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. But it started in like VWF as well. This was a fun promotion. The crowd was all behind it. I actually got to see Mark Quinn from Private Party. That was another awesome thing. He was just like hanging around. But you see like you guys see like different styles of wrestling.
Yeah.
So I mean, you've had your experiences with BWF as well. I know, like you didn't go to this show.
There. Funny enough, I went a year ago for their last anniversary show, because I believe this year was their 84th.
Right.
So if it was the 9th, I went to the 8th last year.
Yeah.
And they usually like it's the party show. It's like where feuds end, but at the same time, they're still bringing in something
Right.
crazy.
Now I'm trying to think is the the faction. Okay, they're not a tag team.
Yeah.
They're a faction. Excuse me. So I excuse myself. Sorry, Ace. That I think I saw them first in the original the Escape from New York. I think, and then I really fell for them more in the IWA. So I'm gonna put those guys over, Big Huzzo and Ace.
Yeah.
I love them. They were having fun with us this Saturday, which we'll get back into because I'm talking about the BWF show right now.
Yeah.
But what is kind of cool is like you start noticing a lot of these wrestlers, they're kind of go all over the place. So you might see them in one promotion and then like you'll see a whole bunch of them go to a different complete like promotion as well. So
Well, yeah, that's the good thing about the indies. You get to see like people from one place. You'll get to see them here, here. And sometimes, if you're lucky, they're different, like a tune of their character.
yeah.
Sometimes you'll see them as this snotty heel, sometimes as a face.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get.
I think that's the cool thing is that you can play both characters and that you're not one character. Depending. I mean, I'm always going to favor the heels. I love heels. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love faces, okay?
Yes, there's a reason why there's a certain number one on your list.
Yeah, because he plays the fabulous, like, heel. And I've seen him kind of like the face when we went to Excellence. He was a little bit of the face there.
Well, yeah.
A little bit. Not completely, but, like, he was a little bit like face. But I've always known Anthony as heel. So, and he plays the heel perfect. So, but, yeah, so BWF, another amazing promotion. I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to the Saturday show. So you guys, like, good luck. I love you guys. I'm definitely going to catch up to another BWF show in the future. So it's definitely a promotion you guys should check out. Do you want to talk about the House of Glory show? And then I'll go into the Full Faith Wrestling show since I was talking about, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Now that I look at that, sorry, I got a little sad.
I know, I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, last month we were planning our No Limit show. We're getting to that time of the year that now it's the end of the year. You're gonna see high, fast-paced action. You're gonna get to what's coming of our the new generation of House of Glory. And unfortunately, the passing of our brother Matt Travis occurred. I'm not going to get into the full facts of it because unfortunately it hurts to still talk about.
Yeah.
But on that night, it was in memory of him. And I don't want to use in memory. I want to say it was celebrating him.
Yeah.
Because that night, the matches were how Matty would have wanted it. He wanted everyone to kill it. He wanted to see the Hogs doing what they do best. And even a few extras. We got to see Tommy Dreamer made an appearance. The Dudleys, Mikey Whipwreck, JT Dunn was in the house. And that whole show, again, it was for Matty. And from now on, House of Glory, everything is continuing how Matty would have wanted.
Right.
Like this Saturday, we'll be doing it once again. It's HOG 9, and it's for Matty. We love you, brother.
And it's cool. I'm excited for Saturday, too, because we're going to see the Lucha Brothers versus Private Party.
Yes.
So I'm so excited for this. I'm so sad that I didn't get to go to this last House of Glory show. I would have loved to come support, and it made me sad, too. And, like, I was not friends with Matty, you know, like I didn't know him, and it was just sad because I just saw him at ICW like a month ago, and I was like, I love, you know, the character, and you know, he's such a good wrestler. So it's funny because like when I found out as well, I was at Full Gear, and it affected me too, and I was like, man, like this hurts. So but I love House of Glory as well. They always put on good matches. It's always a great feeling. So, and another thing that like we didn't really talk about is the crowd, and this drives me crazy, and I put a tweet out yesterday. The crowd is so important to these shows. You know, you get that intimate feeling. You're not going to be in these big shows like WWE where you have a lot of people. You know, they're a lot smaller. Sometimes, like, you'll see 30 people, you know, around. Or maybe you'll see 50 or 100. You know, it really depends on the promotion. And, of course, certain things always draw people to go.
See, but the size, I never want to compare, like, oh, if the crowd's light, that's the issue. It's
Right.
never because a crowd of 5 people
Right.
can make a huge noise.
Oh yeah.
But then when you see a crowd of like 50 to 100
Right.
and you can hear a pin drop,
Yeah. This drives
Yeah.
me crazy. It drives me crazy. Dude, like I could sit here and rant about it, okay? We could have heel Tiffany right now because it absolutely freaking drives me crazy because I feel it makes it. And we could go back and we could talk about Orange Cassidy or we could talk about the invisible man, all right? And it's like if the crowd isn't popping for it, you know, then it's not making the damn match. And it drives me up the wall. And we've seen this within the last month that we've gone to promotions and it's dead. And it's like, how can you be freaking dead during this amazing match? And this drove me crazy with AEW Dark last night, that even with Brandon Cutler and Jimmy Havoc. And I was like, this match is so good. How can the crowd be dead? How? Tell me how.
And it sucks because sometimes you can look at it, okay, if the match isn't getting over, if the worker isn't playing the crowd, etc. But there's certain points where there's nothing else they can do. They're doing high spot after high spot. Right. They're doing the character. They're working the story, and it sucks. It's like, if nothing else, then you're gonna feel like, okay, we're just watching paint dry. That's how it feels.
Yeah.
It's like, it's when it's so silent that it's like, it takes away from the story, it takes away from the match, and it hurts the wrestler because they want to feed off that reaction. They want to see, okay, they know if crowd's popping, this is working.
Right.
So
it's just crazy. And you know, and then I feel bad too with like the wrestlers that are trying to get the crowd going and then you can't get the crowd going. That drives me crazy too. So I will be that person that will start clapping or screaming or whatever. I don't care. And I put a tweet out a while ago and I was like, if I like you, I don't care if you're heel. I don't care if you're face. Then I freaking like you. I will be the only one screaming for freaking Gangon when everybody's booing him. I don't care. So I will be that one. So.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. You want that reaction no matter if it's booing a heel, if it's cheering for the face, if it's like you just want a reaction no matter what it is.
Right.
Because if not, it's like, what's the point? They're killing their bodies, they're doing this, and it's an art form. Yes, now this is where people are going to say, oh, but in Japan, no. They know when to react, though.
Right.
That's different. With indies now, I've even said this, like, sometimes fans are that, like, spoiled.
Yeah.
That they want instant payoff, they want instant high spot, that when they don't see it, it's like, oh, this is boring.
Right.
Why are you in a wrist lock? Hit him with a rainmaker. Oh, why is there only one table? I want 2 tables.
Yeah.
It's like, no. Enjoy the show, have fun, but no, you're not going to get everything in one bang. Because if not, what's the point?
Right. Absolutely. So. And we feel it. And me and Ray will definitely, as we get into this weekend, because this weekend was absolutely crazy. This is probably one of the best weekends that I've had in Indy Wrestling. Yeah, this is probably one of the best weekends that I had. But let me quickly go into Full Faith Wrestling. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll get into this weekend. Full Faith Wrestling, I think it's new, right? Like I think I think there was 2 or was it 1? I think other one. I went to the first one, and that was the one when they started crowning all the wrestlers. Jimmy, you know, because you're in the chat, you know better than me. Jimmy's our.
Is it new or is it that it just came back?
I think maybe it just came back. But Jimmy's in
the
chat. Jimmy's
been around
ref
for at least a year.
Yeah, so Jimmy knows, but what's it called?
Hopefully Jimmy knows.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. Jimmy, you're a ref. Like, you know, come on now. But this is where I really saw Joey Silver. And this is what kind of connected me to him because I saw him right off the bat and he just caught my eye. And I was like, this kid is a little freaking I say kid. I mean, he's younger than me or whatever, even though he's on the list of husbands. I'll be that cougar. So I said I was going to put over all my friends. I don't really care. I never say anything bad. It's just like put all over all the good people. But yeah,
Love you, Joey.
Yes, I love you, Joey. He knows it. Like, I freaking love him. He's just
Oh,
absolutely
good.
amazing. I will forever put him over. This kid is gonna get picked up eventually. Like, he's that good. And I've gone on other people's podcasts and I kept talking about him, and that's what made me ask him to do Under the Ropes, because I was like, this kid is gonna be a star. I was like, and of course, like, oh my god, like, it's just been a pleasure. I mean, we saw him this weekend as well. But Full Faith Wrestling is where I really, really freaking saw. Jimmy, why are you putting freaking... He goes, that was the third show. Okay. All right. I knew it was. I missed one, I think. I think I got sick or something for the second show.
Okay, so it has been 1 year.
Yeah. Okay. So don't fault me. I mean, like, you know.
It was just that. I guess they're spread out.
Yeah.
Like the shows are not as... Which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
They know their crowd. They know their niche.
Yeah.
Not to, like, overdo it.
Yeah, so I went to the first show, and then and I went to the third show, and the third show is the one that I just went to. So the spot that frickin' Joey Silver took in the what's it called, the entrance, because it's all like concrete. I posted it on.
Yeah, it's just like a ramp.
Yeah,
like
the ramp. It was like concrete,
posts.
and it was right next to me, and it was just so funny. It was just like he just took this bump, and he was like, I was like, oh man, he's gonna fucking feel this tomorrow. I was like, you know. So it's funny because
no, Shannon Moore, the powerbomb guy.
yeah, he killed him. And it was funny because we saw Joey on Friday night, and Joey said that one of his buddies had video, because I got really great footage of him getting killed, and he said to me that one of his friends that was on the other side of me, he captured it, and you see my face, like I felt for him, because I don't care how professional you are. You have to be in pain. He said he was still in pain. Like a week later, he was still in freaking pain.
I'm sorry. I guess cynical. I started laughing when I saw the spot.
I
was
so
like,
bad.
It looked okay.
I felt so bad, like, but I mean, I get it. But it was awesome. But it did what it had to do. It made me pop.
Solid steel. Everything in wrestling, we change it. Even if it's wood, we say it's steel.
Yeah.
It hurts more.
It made me pop. It made me worry. I went into like mom mode or something like that, because like that's what we were talking about with Alex Zane yesterday. Like, we're still females. We love the death matches and stuff, but we're still gonna go into female mode and mom mode or whatever. So that was
that's the funny thing. You would love to see like someone get hit with light tubes, but then would still feel bad.
Yes. I'm that person. I love freaking light tubes. I mean, I talk about it all the time. I don't know what it is. It makes me laugh. It's the most funniest thing. I just love it how it like shatters. It's not good for you to breathe in, but it's the most funniest freaking thing. So,
oh no, those fumes are horrible, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So actually, and this was probably, I think, the first time that I saw Main Event. So yes, this was the first time that
the heavyweight cruiserweight Jay Lyon, the ringleader aka Golden Ticket Midas Black.
Oh my god.
The main event.
I like instantly fell in love with them. So
yeah,
I did. I put you guys over because I freaking fell in love with you guys like automatically. I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. With me going to all these different promotions, it's like I'm finding new wrestlers that I'm starting to like. So there's reasons why like that I'm loving these guys. So, but oh my god, they were great. They were great. I was just like, damn, the flips, the freaking hula hoop, which we'll talk about also on the VSX as well.
No. It's not a hula hoop.
Oh.
It's a ring of fire.
The ring of fire, guys.
Of fire.
There's no fire, but we're going to pretend there's fire.
Shh. That's why it's red. It's a ring.
I love it. It's such a great thing. Johnny Malloy, I knew from back then in the days with SWA. And Pancakes. He's another one. He makes me laugh. He dresses as a chef, Pancakes. And he's dancing.
Hilarious.
Oh my god, he's great. It's just so funny because it's like coming back to the Long Island, base where NYWC is, and then it's like it's been a couple of years since I've been there, and it's pretty awesome to like go back and be like, oh crap, I remember you. Like, I think there was like a Marty was there too, and I was like, I used to pop for him. Now he's heel, so I'm like, damn. But why are you laughing at me?
No, just a reaction like, oh,
what?
That's heel.
It's great. It's just fun promotions. And here's another place where the crowd goes nuts. So I feel like it's just very important, especially Silver. Silver fills like frickin' 3/4 of the damn place with all his friends and stuff. You get a prize. So.
Oh god.
But yeah, you guys definitely check out Full Faith Wrestling.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're gonna go into this weekend. This
Woo!
weekend, we stayed the entire weekend in New Jersey because you just had to. We had to. It was just too. It was gonna be too much
because we were already in Jersey. We were going back to Jersey. I'm gonna go back again to Jersey.
It was like, let's just
So why
stay
not?
in New Jersey, you know? It's just easier this way. So the good thing was it wasn't too bad. Like, they weren't all too far from each other. So
Not that bad.
It wasn't, not that bad. Me and Ray are team not that bad, just so you guys know. And that all started because Ray made a face.
I allegedly make faces, folks, if you haven't noticed.
He made a face. Because the first time that me and Ray went to the Dropkick Depression and I went to go talk to Gangone and I told him, I was like, oh, I brought a friend and I was like, I think I scared your friend. I said to Gangone, and then I looked at him and then he made a face at Anthony and I was like, I'm not that bad. And then he just made another face. So we're team not that bad. So so if you see us
and
putting
the story
hashtags,
continues.
yes, the story continues and we continue to do it. So so we had Synergy, we had IWA, and then we had Violence and Suffering. All right.
Suffering.
This whole weekend each day was completely special. Completely special. Like I'm just like, wow.
I love how she's drawing a blank now.
No, it's not. No, I'm not really drawing a blank. I'm just like, I'm trying to like put it into words because this weekend has been amazing. And I can't believe like how many people have been open arms to me. Colin from Synergy Wrestling, you are amazing. We were having conversation on Twitter and it's nice because as I told him the other day, I was like, it's pretty awesome that a lot of the followers on Twitter and people that I've podcasted with follow Synergy. Now, this was the first time that I've seen Synergy. I haven't seen Gangone in a while, and that's why I came to it, because I was like, okay, let's go see Gangone. But there were, like, other names as well. We saw Jimmy Lloyd. So
that was unexpected.
That was
Jimmy Lloyd.
Yeah, he was just freaking awesome. The venue. Because I talked about this to Colin. I love the venue. It was so open. The lighting. I love like the freaking Chinese lanterns that were like all over the place.
I'll say it felt like it was for a wedding though.
Yeah, but it was
perfect
just cool.
for wrestling, just as how the lighting worked.
Yeah,
but it looked like they were just getting ready to throw a wedding after.
Maybe it's a wrestling wedding.
See, that's what it was. They were marrying the fans to the company. That's what it was. Because it was live on Fight, so they were trying to make that nice.
I think was that their first time on Fight or no?
I believe so. I want to say it was.
Yeah, it was just pretty freaking awesome. But yeah, like Colin's been great. He saw me instantly and gave me a hug. So like I can't thank you enough for opening up to me and stuff. But what's it called? I got to meet Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots podcast. They were freaking awesome. They saw me and they were like, "Hey!" So I was like, I'm still always taken back when like people like notice me, and I'm like. Like I mean, like I'm always like open arms.
I got recognized like twice that night.
Twice? You get recognized all over the place. You're the freaking mayor, okay? What are you talking about? You're the mayor. Anywhere I go with this guy, it's like he's getting hugged and chopped and smacked and everything. Like it's always something with you wherever I go with you. So I call you the mayor now. You're the freaking mayor. All right, the mayor of the wrestling community, pretty much. So
I'll take it.
Yes.
See, if you're the queen, I guess I'm the mayor now.
Yeah, you're the mayor. I'm the queen. So,
oh God.
So it was nice because it's funny now. It's like the more and more shows that I go to, the more and more I get recognized. Whether it's just the fact of me going to shows, or whether they know me because of the podcast, or whether they know me on Twitter. Frank was on the All Elite podcast with me and Kyle a couple of weeks ago. He co-hosts from GoPro Wrestling. So he was doing video there. So it was nice to see him. Darren, who does our music. Thank you.
Oh, shout out to Darren.
Yes, these wolves, like you are absolutely amazing. It was funny because he had messaged me. He goes, "Did you ever hear of a promotion called Synergy?" He was like, "Your husband's going to be there." He's like, "I'm going to go." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I bought front row tickets." I was like, "I'm definitely going."
That's the thing now. It's like, even that whole night, people are tweeting about
Oh
the
my
show.
God.
But a majority are tweeting at Tiff.
Yeah. Like,
during Gangone's match.
yes, it was so funny. It was like, I just saw
It's
my
like,
boo.
damn.
And they're like, oh God, get the fan. They're like, Gangone's coming out. Tiffany's #1 husband's coming out. And of course, I think the best
I tried
tweet.
to fan her. If you guys need to watch the pay-per-view, you see me doing this to Tiff, like, it's okay. It's okay.
I think the best tweet I got that night was because Gangone is heel. And I always pop for it. I don't care. I will be that one fan. I do it every show.
Fans are booing and you scream.
I'm screaming. I don't care. I don't care. I'm loyal. I'm loyal as hell. If I like you, I am freaking loyal. And Ray will tell you that with anybody that I freaking like at any show that we go to. So if you're a heel, I'm still going to cheer for your ass. So,
oh no, yeah, she does.
It was just funny because
my eardrums are busted.
I don't know if it was RJ. I forgot who it was that tweeted at me. They were like, here's #1 husband. I legit heard Tiffany screaming during his entrance. And can we talk about his Krampus outfit? Like, really? Like,
Krampus.
I call it Krampus. That New York accent or whatever.
Oh like, sounds like you're trying to say crumpets.
Crumpets.
Like English breakfast.
So that was pretty freaking awesome.
Oh my God, that gear is amazing.
It's so awesome. But oh, you heard me too? That's pretty funny. So it was a fun show. I wish the crowd was a little bit more into it, like screaming and going nuts. It seemed a little more quieter than I'm used to. We were trying to get the crowd going.
Hey, we popped. There was a two-person.
We've always popped.
There was kids next to us, and they were popping with us.
Yes,
so I was like, okay,
they were.
Whatever.
They had to be like 10, 11 years old.
Oh my God.
But the best is
I want to say like that.
The best was there was a lot of cursing in this show, and they were trying to like cut each other, and Matt Tremont was trying to start bleeding or whatever, and then the little girls were like, no, you can't do that, you're gonna hurt him.
Oh my God, the funniest, I think, because there was an intergender match,
right?
So Layla Hirsch and TJ, oh my God,
I know,
I want to say
starts with a C, right? Starts with a C.
I can't remember his.
Man.
Oh, no. That was something else. TJ Crawford.
Yeah.
What was the other guy's name? Well, there was an intergender match. I'm sorry. And I love their reactions like, oh, but that girl can't win. And then when they start seeing, I was like, yes, this is what wrestling does. That it motivated them like, oh, look at that. She can do what he does. Yeah. And it was perfect.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's those little moments.
It was funny because I went to the bathroom at one point during the match, and then I saw Joey Silver at the bar, and we were talking, and then he was like, they love this. She's short. She's like 4 foot something, right? She was short. Like,
yeah, she was a little short.
She was short. She could
go. It didn't stop. She did MMA style maneuvers. She was able to hang in there and take everything. Power bombs, power slams.
Yeah.
And got right back up and kept ticking.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was great. So, who else? I'm trying to think off the bat. There's so much wrestling. I'm filled with freaking wrestling in my head right now. So just bear with me. But who else did we see?
I guess we should talk about, just as a highlight, the 6-man match.
Oh,
featuring
my husband, who I'm very sad he got eliminated first. I was ready to leave. No, I'm only kidding.
No joke. That was her next comment after. It was like, once he was eliminated, okay, I think we can go now.
No, it's not true. I mean, there was just so many. I'm going through my highlights right now of the show. Whatever.
But yeah, that was an awesome match. Featured Gangone, Homicide, Jordan Oliver,
yeah.
Indy wrestling legend Arcadia. It featured who else was in the match? Why am I drawing a blank? Oh, Ace Austin as well.
Yes. Oh.
And they put on a clinic in there. Oh, and Brandon Kirk.
Yes, Brandon Kirk.
That leads to the end of the match. So yeah, they put on a clinic. Unfortunately, yes, Ant was eliminated first, but then we got to see a classic Jersey All Pro style matchup.
Yeah.
It was fast paced. Then you got to see we're just gonna call it the what the fuck.
What did he call it? He said it was the spinal. Centipede. No, he tweeted it and said it was called the spinal. I didn't know what it was called. That's what he told me. Yeah. Oh he retweeted because I was like, "What the fuck?" And then he retweeted it and said spinal. Yeah.
I kind of want to feel like he just meant that as someone's spine was getting messed up. But okay.
Well, I guess it was really him because he
spinal.
does the most beautiful freaking bridges that I've ever freaking seen. Like I love his bridges. I think that was one of the things that always caught me with Gango was that I was like, he does the most perfect bridges. You know?
But that was the spot that everyone was like
they
oh
pop.
my God,
And it's funny because me and Ray have seen this so many times in different promotions, that whole thing. But I love how Homicide came in.
To see different variations of it too.
I love how Homicide came in and he threw everybody off one by one.
Because he was like, what am I gonna
like where do I go? Like who am I grabbing? Because everybody was connected to each other. I mean, it was pretty funny.
I was thinking he was just gonna grab like the first person, put him in a headlock. But no, he was like, no, we're just going to break this up.
Yeah.
We got no time for this.
So
but really that was a good match. Ended up with Homicide getting the win.
Yes.
So
I was surprised.
Me
and Ray did not think that was going to happen. Me and Ray did not believe that was going to happen. We actually thought like Ant or like Jordan Oliver or Brandon Kirk, right, was going to win.
Yeah, I think I was like, okay. Once it got down to like final four, I was like, okay, it might be Brandon Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we got to the final two, I'm like, oh yeah, it's definitely Brandon Kirk.
Yeah, we didn't think so.
I love Homicide.
Oh yeah,
and it was cool to see the Kojima cutter off the top rope, and 1, 2, 3, Homicide wins.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, but this is what I like about indie wrestling, that it's like unpredictable. You just don't know. You think you know who's going to win, and it's really, you have no clue who the hell's going to win.
It's like just when you think you have all the answers.
Nope. Boop. Taken back.
There you go.
So, okay, so let's move on.
That was a top to bottom. It was a great show.
And we enjoyed it.
Like always, but hey.
Yeah, we'll come back another show definitely. So I know that they're having another one, I think on the 28th, I think Colin told me. Oh, it was funny because the one thing that he said, I'm just going to say this and then we'll move on to IWA. It was so funny because I did compliment the venue and I was like, I really love the venue. He goes, yeah, it has everything but a hot tub. And I was like, well, I guess I ain't coming back then. So then he told me, he was like, oh, I'll install one.
Well, the next show is a party, so you might want to need a hot tub.
Yeah, you need a hot tub. Queen of the Indies needs the party with a little bit of the bubbly or a little bit of the 40 because I'm from New York. So
40. Old English in a bag. There you go.
Oh Lord. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to IWA. All right, this is another one of my favorite promotions. It's just, oh my God. So again, like you guys know, like I became really good friends with Frank, the promoter. He's absolutely amazing. All right.
I'm starting to notice you know a lot of Franks.
I do know now that I know a lot of Anthony's and I know a lot of Franks. Yeah, this is not good. Oh my God. I'm going to have to start doing the last name thing like I do with the ants. There's too many.
See, that's why I just call him Gango.
Yeah, just like that we got Texan Anthony too. I call him Texan Anthony. So he always like wants to hit me with that. So, IWA.
Yep.
All right. So again, we went to the last show and Frank was messaging me because of the fact that he saw that I was a Gangon fan. So that's what kind of brought me to IWA. And of course, he threw me under the bus too, just like everybody else does, like the first freaking day. And he threw me under the bus with Ant because the minute me and Ray walked in, he was like, I'll get Gangon for you. So that I was like, great, thanks a lot. Like, so this is how our blooming relationship has come with me and Frank or whatever like this. Okay. I love everybody in this freaking promotion. Everybody. Like, I pretty much seen most of these guys in BWF. So that's why it makes it even more special. And as we keep going, I'm just falling in love with the characters. And I can't. Like, I'm going to put everybody on this freaking roster over because it is that damn good. Mantis is a freaking beast. Okay. I was like, this guy could freaking sell. He is, you know, like he's a freaking plant. He spewed out, I think, in IWA, right? Like, he spewed out a green mist.
Yeah.
Was that in IWA?
I want to say it's something. I want to compare it to something like plants because that's his gimmick. His whole forest or garden. Mm-hmm. So, but I can't think of the word, so we're just gonna call it mist.
Yes. I was sad because we missed Astro Morales. He was supposed to go for the title, and he got hurt, and I like. You know, I hope you feel better.
I want to feel like Anthony St. James got his thing.
He did.
He was banning Puerto Ricans.
He did. He put that. He totally put that. That was his gimmick. that
Yeah.
no Puerto Ricans, and then he told me I was half banned. And if you guys watch the interview with me and Kyle with him, it was freaking hilarious. He's just awesome. He saw me walking around in the hallway and he told people to keep me away from him. It was just stated character. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So he got thrown around like crazy. He was limping the end of the show.
Oh, gosh.
He was limping. I felt bad. So
That's what you get
but
when you face the
two big guys.
full force of a Pain train like Adam Payne and the Public Enemy TJ Marconi.
Oof.
So yeah,
Oh my god.
those are two big boys.
Yeah. And I got to do commentary, which was very embarrassing. And like, I'm very bad. So, thank you for the opportunity. I don't think it's for me. I'd rather go do interviews or something like that. It was cool though. It was really cool. So they got me on camera and things like that. But I was very nervous because even Frank was like, "You look nervous," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "He's like, you seem shy, Darren." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah."
I'm dying because I think I was recording. I tried to record some of the clips for her and then her on commentary. And every time I would turn the camera, she's laughing. I'm like,
well, he was making me laugh too. All right. Because we were talking about how Anthony St. James is being thrown around like a rag doll. And that, and I was like, I could chop harder than him. So it was pretty freaking funny, you know? So it was making me laugh. It was, like I said, it was an awesome experience. You know, it was pretty cool. I thought I was being planted to chop somebody, but because Astro wasn't there, I couldn't be chopping. So I hope you feel better, Astro.
I think poor St. James got enough chops.
Yeah,
he got chopped. He got thrown. He got hit with a big boot.
Oh my god!
I think he was good.
He got killed. He got totally killed. So, so our faction, Too Good, who I absolutely adore, I got so many ass shots during the show because every time that they came out, freaking Ace kept shaking his ass in front of me because it said Too Good
just like I did
on his
that
ass.
night.
Oh my god, that was funny too. So their gimmick is they walk around and they give L's. It was funny because before the show they were doing meet and greets and me and Ray were chilling at the bar. So of course like they know us and they came over and gave us a hug and then Ace told us to hang on that he had something for us and I was like, what the hell is he getting? You know, I was like,
and Tiff's expecting something special, like, oh, they're gonna be nice. Nope.
He comes in with this folder with frickin' L's because that's their gimmick, like that you're all frickin' losers. You know, it was just so funny.
I get two.
Yeah, he got two. They were like, give Ray two. They're like, give Ray two, give Tiffany one. So one of the entrances that they came out, Big Cuzzo like comes and gives Ray one of them, and then Ray's like, no. And then he like took it and then he freaking crumpled it up and threw it at him. I was dying. That was the best thing. And then he got like upset and threw it back at you. And then I started getting ass shaken in front of my face again. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
I feel like I gotta watch out for Big Cuzzo. I might get hit.
You might get chopped. You might get chopped. But Ace is hilarious.
I think I can take him though. There's three of them. I can take him.
Oh shit. I got you. I'll come with the big chop. So I got you. No problem. I got you. So Ace is so funny in the ring about how like he was hitting on the referee. He's like, I'll take you out. Like, remember he was like,
no, because
she touched him, right? She touched him.
She touched his chest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he has someone in the corner and it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4. And how he didn't listen, she pushes him. He's like, hey, you touched me. Oh my god. But yeah.
Great.
See, those are the things though. It pops the crowd.
Right.
It's entertaining to see. And that's what you want from an indie show. You want to have nice time, fun time. That's how it works.
I think, it's nice with a lot of these shows. Each show is completely different. Each promotion is different. You have your stuff like GCW where it's violent, then you have, your kid friendly, so you're not going to hear like the cursing, and you're going to see like funny.
That's more of like an excellence.
Excellence promotion in Pennsylvania is one.
Chikara has no cursing.
It was funny. The freaking cats at Excellence was so funny. There was cats. They dressed up as cats. That's what it was. Gangone and Mark Quinn.
No, yeah. Please make sure that they know it's not actual cats.
Yes. It was really funny.
Teddy Hart would probably have his cat wrestle one day.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, he brings his cats.
It's gonna be Canadian Destroyer by cat.
The cat. No, I can't even like figure out how to like put that. But, yeah. So this was like a fun show. Karen. Last name. Forgot. I'm like blank right now. Karen.
Is it Bam Bam something?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
Karen.
why are we?
She was
See, we gotta be better prepared next
I
time.
know,
Next time
damn.
we'll have
It's just funny. It's just like, she's
We're live, pal.
yeah, we're live. So sometimes it's hard to do it like live. You forget like names. So she lost the belt, but she's absolutely amazing. She's definitely one of my faves to look out for. But yeah, I don't know, like moment of the night. What do you think?
Moment of the night for me had to be. I want to say the reaction people got, even in the first match. Bones throwing fire in someone's face.
Yes, I forgot about that.
The crowd
Yeah.
was like, where did that fire come
Yeah, the magic. It's
and we
magic.
can't explain how because it's voodoo. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even mess with it. Like Proud and Powerful said this week, we don't get involved with brujeria. No,
Yeah.
no, it's okay.
So it was
That's Bones, but that was like moment of the night for me. Just that fire.
That was really good. That was really good. Damn.
How about you? What was your moment of the night?
I don't know.
Maybe commentary, because I can imagine that was your highlight, just getting to do commentary.
I don't know. Maybe it was the ass shaking. I don't know. It was a nice ass. I'm just saying. So.
You heard that, Ace Andrews? You have an ace of an ass.
No more L's for me. He'll love that.
Ace
We'll freaking clip it and send it to him. He'll love that shit. So yeah. No, I mean, yeah, commentary was really freaking cool. And and if you guys saw also on Twitter, we actually got to hang out with Anthony St. James after. So it was really nice. And even like after when we were still like in the IWA, just hanging out and just like talking to a bunch of like the wrestlers too. It was just.
Yeah. This is where again she notices everyone knew me, so hey,
you got hit and all that. So
I get beat up everywhere I go.
Yeah. So all right, so let's move on to.
So we've gone to let's like make a theme for this. Okay. Every show has been family friendly to a degree, but this one was for the children.
For the children.
This is for the children.
If you guys know Pinky Sanchez, okay, I've been following him as well. He's so awesome. He's fun to chat with. I actually messaged him the other day and I thanked him for putting on such a great show. This was so much fun. This was the way to end a freaking weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Because after 3 days straight of indie wrestling and just that travel around, you would think, oh, we're dead.
Yeah.
But that whole day, that show,
made
it just
everything.
No matter what, you were awake. That was the perfect way to end it.
I think it started that there really wasn't a lot of people in the audience at first, and as time went by, because we did get a lot of snow. So I think that kind of stopped a lot of people. Yeah, but people wind up coming. They came a little later because in the beginning there wasn't as many people in the seats, and then by the end it was like crowded as hell or whatever. This show was insane. Probably one of my favorites, definitely. So many moments. Again, a lot of people that we know from House of Glory. Where else? BWF. Where else?
It was basically
IWA.
The tri-state right there.
Yeah, you had.
That's the tri-state. Then you also got to see
people from Bar
Joey
Wrestling.
Ryan and that kind of stuff. So it was awesome.
It
was cool.
Was.
Now, the funny thing about this show is it was called For the Children. This was not kid friendly.
No.
To any
I don't think
degree.
there was really any kids there, were there?
No, there was kids. I
not
saw
a lot.
People like
not a lot.
There was
couple.
Not many.
Maybe like 3. Maybe like 3.
I'd say like good 3 or 4.
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah, because we had one sitting next to us because Smiley put the kid on the mat. And he was like, "Oh, you can take care of my match for me or whatever."
It was just the funniest thing though, because it's like, okay, yeah, the name did not match.
No. But that's Pinky's
actions.
That's Pinky's gimmick for the children. And then we'll get into because I need to show you the promo because I think this is going to be our feature of like I'm going to do a promo for an episode at like and a promo of the month and a clip of the month or whatever. So you're going to see Pinky. I'll put that on in a couple of minutes because there's another wrestler in there that I want to grab for under the ropes so bad. He's now like one of my new favorite wrestlers. So we started the show off with a battle royal.
Yeah, we got to see, because I believe there was a seminar that day.
Yes.
The Jimmy Rave seminar. So those that were able to get the tutelage of Jimmy Rave, they were able to impress him enough, and a battle royal was formed.
Yeah. It was
And
good.
we saw some good talent in there. We got to see Joey Silver. We got to see Aaron Bradley. We got to see Leviathan. So
Toasty.
that's a big dude.
Yeah.
Oh, and Toasty.
Toasty with the
Oh my
skateboard.
God, Toasty.
Yeah, Joey Silver, we said, right?
And then we got to see the spot of the night.
Okay. So I'm gonna share the video for you guys.
Yeah.
This is the most funniest thing.
Time out! You gotta play no mercy! That's not play no mercy! I'm sick! Hey, JD! You suck, JD!
Oh my God. The chancleta
chancleta
got
been-
eliminated. We popped so hard. So we all flipped out. And then it's funny because Shane Flair, the ring announcer, he said that he was so worried that when he said it that he didn't think it was gonna get over. It got so over.
Yeah, that's a genuine moment that got over.
Yeah. I mean,
and it was just so funny to see how people popped, and it was a hilarious moment right there.
yeah. I mean, we were all like chanting chancla. And then it was funny when it was like eliminated. It was the most funniest thing. We all freaking died. Like, it's just crazy, but it was such a fun. And Joey Silver got the win, so he's coming back the next show, which that's March.
Yeah, we forgot to mention that.
Yes.
The winner of that battle royal did get a spot on the next show.
Yeah, so you know
Joey
we're going.
Silver will be making his official Violence and Suffering main show debut.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. That's in March. See, pencil it in, guys. Okay, like this is a show that is great. You know what the nice thing about this show was? Okay, and this is what I've talked about before. And I put a tweet out a while ago, and I was like, you guys, like, if you're a wrestler or work behind the scenes or whatever related, like, it's just you guys like made me feel like really special, you know, and you know I'm just a fan. You know, and I just want to be a fan, you know, like that's really what it is. And it's been nice what you guys been like giving me opportunities and stuff like that. And I thank you guys so freaking much. It's just so nice to see like the family. And that's including Ray too, because like Ray opened arms to me as well, not knowing me, you know, and like even a lot of the shows that I've gone to, I've seen this of how close people are with each other. And you can see like the family that they've become in these shows, and this show definitely showed it. It definitely showed. It was nice. It was in tribute to Matt Travis as well, and you can see they were having fun and still entertaining, and that's what I feel. Of course, don't get me wrong. I love seeing like fast-paced New Japan wrestling and things like that, and I love AEW, you know. But sometimes, like with some of these indie shows, this is the freaking key for me. You know, like you could see it within the workers that you're all getting along and your family and you're having fun and you're entertaining. And that's what it's all about. This is what this show was all about.
No, but yeah, that's what like this kind of show. It was everything. It was the fast paced. It was strong style.
Right.
You got to see a big hoss fight between Moff, who this was his last show at that building.
Right.
So even that moment there built on it.
Right.
And then, like you said, they were having fun.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest point of all this.
Yeah.
Is the workers having fun, the fans having fun, and all of it. That's how you determine success, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a successful night. We all had fun.
Oh, my God.
And I even said this that night, and a lot of the hogs were agreeing with me. It felt like Maddie was there.
Yeah.
Like this would have been a night that Maddie would have loved.
Yeah, he would have definitely loved it. It was... Wow. Like every freaking match in this was insane. Jimmy Lloyd and coming in on freaking Joey Ryan and saying, I want to play with some dick too. popped the whole damn place. Like, what? Like, and if you guys
wait, let's backtrack that.
Okay, go ahead.
Poor Nick Shin.
I was just gonna bring up Nick Shin because I was just gonna say, like, you guys seen the interview on Under the Ropes with Nick Shin, who's the referee, and he's a referee all over the freaking place. Okay, Joey was like, "Who wants my lollipop?" And of course, like, you and Danny were trying to get me to get the damn lollipop, and I'm too freaking embarrassed to get it or whatever. But my friend Brad would have freaking loved it, you know. But everybody started popping Nick Shin, Nick Shin. Everybody was chanting for Nick Shin, and it was just so funny how he got down on his knees and he took the freaking blow pop, and then he starts convulsing and stuff. It was the most funniest freaking thing. But this is what I'm saying. It's all fun. You know, and it shows, and it's entertaining, and you got to sit, and you got to laugh, and you got to have a good time. And this whole show, oh my God, Nick Shin's so funny. Like, I was like, oh, we got to take a picture together. And he was like, every time I see this girl, he was like, she makes me smile, and it makes me feel special. Like, he's a ref. And it's true because I've become friends with so many people, the camera guys, photographers, graphic guys. Like, it's been pretty freaking awesome. And
But again, it goes into that family feel. Yeah. Because everyone, once you start seeing people around and around and around, you create those bonds. And that's what I love about indie wrestling. Or just wrestling in general. Because that wrestling culture, it sticks.
Right.
So no matter where they go, whatever, we know that that family bond is there. Right. And those that have touched you or even just left that little mark, it means something.
Even like Sasha Jenkins, like I went to go like shake his hand and he's like, "That's disrespectful. Give me a hug." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Like, you know? It's just funny because I don't realize that, like, you know, a lot of people know me, and it's so I try to be respectful, you know, and it's like some people, like, you can feel that you could just go up to somebody and hug them, but you don't know. So that's where, like, I had felt in that moment, I was like, let me be nice and just, like, shake hands. People were coming up to me, shaking my hand. People were coming up to me, giving me hugs. People were like, "Damn, you really are."
Saw me. I would try to be like, okay, yeah, let me do the handshake dap, and nope. It would be hugs. Like,
or you would get like freaking crazy hugs, or you would get smacked in the head, or chops, or whatever was going on. Okay, so
but it's all love. That's what I love about indie wrestling, and just that culture of everyone having fun, being together, and no BS. It's just fun. It's just having fun. So do support the local indie. Become part of this family. Because it's the best thing to do.
Can we talk about the main event? Like, you go for it because you know better than me, like the names and stuff.
This whole match, I can say it's family. It was family. It was an 8-man. Originally started as elimination. Not sure what happened.
Yeah.
It turned into 8-man elimination into a violence and suffering rules match. What does that mean? No rules.
Yeah.
So, 8-man tag. It featured the one night only reunion of the Trust Fund, which was Evander James, the NYWK, and the billionaire playboy Charles Mason.
Yeah.
That was just right there. That's an awesome team.
Yeah.
Their opponents featured Tiff's favorite, the main event, teaming up with the Ghetto Samurai Nolo Kitano and the Cash Flow MBK member Ken Broadway.
Oh, so awesome.
And that 8-man tag, though they ripped it, they did awesome. They did everything. Just that was a Matt Travis match.
Oh my God! Well, he came out like it as well.
Yeah, just the Cash Flow MBK chant.
Oh my God!
That to me, I was like we
touched us. We went nuts.
Like,
we went nuts, and even them in the ring were going nuts. Yeah. That's how
they had
special.
Fun. Like, you can tell they were doing everything, but they at the end of the night they had fun. They put on a clinic in there, and then the promo at the end. Everyone getting to say their piece. Everyone around the ring.
Yeah, you
felt it. That shows you that bond.
You felt it. It was you just felt that whole night. Like, like I said, it really was a perfect way to end Indie Weekend, as we called it. Charles Mason.
This was not that bad weekend.
Yep. Charles Mason, your ass is mine now. Okay. He threw freaking money at me as I was recording. All right. It was the money that Ken Broadway was throwing like Matt Travis. And I'm like recording, minding my own business, taking video. Right. I'm sitting there. He gets thrown out of the ring, and I'm not even paying. I took like really quick video of him, and then I went back to the ring, and then all of a
what
sudden,
you don't know is it's that he was killing a fly.
Yeah.
There was a fly.
That was a fly by me? Okay.
So
your booty
he
is
was
mine.
trying to save you.
I know the pleasure is all yours. That's what I gotta say. Yeah, your ass is mine on Saturday. All right. So your ass is mine.
Heard that, Charles Mason? You're on her list.
And then the spot with main event with the fire. The ring of fire. And then Charles Mason like threw out the freaking the camera. He threw the hoop.
Oh my God! Props to Jay George.
Yeah.
He caught the camera.
Yeah.
That
was on the floor on his back.
This could have been a horrible moment.
Yeah. So, but he's the billionaire playboy or whatever. You better like freaking cash out, you know?
Yeah, that was about to come out of his millions and millions of dollars.
billions. Oh, billions. Yeah. Sorry. But his bankroll off the top rope.
Oh my God.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
I think I posted it. I gotta retweet it again. But that was such a great move.
Oh, yeah, my leg.
You and freaking Smiley sold it too, because everybody's like outside of the ring and they're getting knocked into, and then freaking Smiley came out of nowhere and then begged into you, and even Toasty. Like, I was sitting there dying. So, but
yeah, I got injured during that because Smiley decides to come at us. So.
It was great. And then what was it called? Our boy Hank Flanders, who's now on the list of husbands. Oh God. So
Hank Flanders.
So just so you guys know, and I'll probably clip this part too, I am the fat Mazda to him. Somehow he convinced me to buy him a drink. So and he gave me shit.
So Tiffany is now the official sponsor for Hank Flanders.
He's another one that's coming on Under the Ropes, because we were talking about this on the car ride home. So the most uncomfortable car ride home, pretty much. Talk about torture to me. He tortured me.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah, for Under the Ropes. We can actually talk about that, because he wants to just do the Under the Ropes with just me. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So yesterday was his birthday. So happy birthday again. And it's official. He's on my list. I just have to figure out where. But he said to me that he better be number one. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. So, but yeah, overall, amazing weekend,
top to bottom. It was 3 great shows. An awesome time. Yeah. Stories to tell. # making moments.
All right.
But it's not done there, because there was a moment of the night, or at least of the weekend, that we kept popping for.
Where is it?
Take it away, Tiff.
Oh my God, I'm trying. Okay, here it is. All right. So you guys, I'm going after this freaking guy, because he needs to come on to Under the Ropes. I was just introduced to Don Housing on freaking Thanksgiving. What was it? Beyond Wrestling? That was
Uncharted Territory.
Yeah. Oh my God. I love him. I died. Okay, so Pinky Sanchez, which we talked about. This is the freaking promo. Me and freaking Ray were dying. The entire weekend, Ray made me cry from laughing when we tried to go find Chick-fil-A, that when we got into the restaurant, we did not find Chick-fil-A. It said Chick-fil-A was right here. But we're like, where the hell is it? It wasn't there. Then it was all the way down to the left. We're like, okay, but it said it was here. We're like, is it not existent Chick-fil-A? Like, it was the most...
We were thinking it might have gone... closed down.
Yeah, we're like, what the hell? Like, we couldn't fight. It was right there. Like, stupid Dumb and Dumber right here. But
Chick-fil-A
anyway, this entire weekend, this video, I kept playing over and over and over. I drove freaking Ray crazy. So I'm going to play it for you guys.
Harry! Chuck!
Pinky! Yes! You see, Danhausen out there dominating us, a true powerhouse, a true force of nature.
What?
Yes.
What are you...
You Chuck Neal and
Yes,
Larry Ledger. I gave him a slam, and I choked him out in the middle of the ring. He took his belt.
You choked him out, you took his belt.
I got the knee sleeve back.
I got the knee, where is the knee sleeve? Where is it? Where is it? You should be laying down and relaxing. Chuck O'Neil kicked your ass and choked you out. Did you forget? You probably did. You probably got a concussion. You're gonna need to take it easy. Come, rest your head on the shoulder of your brother. That's right, you're good. Larry Legend! Chuck O'Neil. Look what you did to our good friend, everyone's good friend, Danhausen.
Love that Danhausen.
Love him. Do you think that you will get away with this? I think not! Do you think having a fancy karate belt makes you as dangerous as any member of Pazuzu? I think not!
Who yelled?
Danhausen, just be happy I'm not cursing.
No swearing.
No swearing. But I swear to Pazuzu himself, Larry, I'm gonna take your head and I'm gonna shove it right up Chuck's butt!
Yes, okay, good.
Danhausen, look at them. Look into their eyes. Show them what's... Show them your anger.
I'm angry.
Show them!
I'm
your
angry.
Rage! Give me your rage!
Rage!
That's right. Rage. Chuck, Larry, this ain't over till we say it's over! Suck me.
That's kind of a swear.
Suck me.
People
No swearing.
No swearing. But I swear. Oh my God. All freaking weekend that we kept playing over and over and over and over and over again. It was
I still have to get that edit. I just didn't do it. I would have done it for today.
Oh, it's all right.
my
You can
God,
do it. We can post it or whatever. This is so funny. This shit is so funny. I love him. I need him on the podcast.
All weekend.
All
Just
weekend.
adding Hausen to
Everything. Actually, my Twitter handle is now Tiffany Hausen. So
There you
he's like
go,
my new
man.
favorite. Like, I need shirts. I need merch. I need everything. Alex Zane, too. He's another one I need. So, but yeah, so pretty much that's pretty much our indie talks. I mean, is there anything else you want to add? Like,
for now, again, just support indie wrestling in all forms. Even if you can't go to a live show, there's Fight TV, there's IWTV, there's Powerbomb. There's so many ways and avenues to watch.
yeah.
Support your local indie.
And they're low price, like, too. That's another good thing. It's not expensive. So there's a lot of free stuff on
we'll
Fight.
We'll be watching Warrior Wrestling.
Yeah.
That's going to be an awesome indie show.
Yeah.
And again, how we're not in Chicago.
Right.
We'll be supporting, but from afar.
Right.
And that's how you can do it. There's no excuse anymore to not watch wrestling.
Yeah.
An
There's so
alternative.
much.
If you don't like main product, okay, watch this.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's the best thing. Support indie wrestling.
I preach it. It's awesome. And you guys see, I've been having the pleasure of doing these interviews with a lot of them, and I hope to continue with more interviews. If there's suggestions that you guys want, let me know. This has been great. I mean, I love talking indie wrestling, like you guys know. Like, I'm very passionate for it. Like, I really have a love for it.
This is
you know, Ray, you're amazing. Ray's like my little brother. Sorry, Hank.
Hank's not gonna like that comment.
Oh, well, he'll have to freaking deal with it, okay? He's on the list of husbands, so let him go fight with freaking Gangone. But yeah, so support indie wrestling. Yeah, it's been amazing. Thank you guys for the wrestlers, the people behind the scenes, the people who run it. Like, thank you. You guys bust your ass, and like, I can tell you that I totally appreciate it. And I know like how much hard work it is. Even seeing people put up the ring, take down the ring, it's a lot.
Oh yeah, you finally got to see.
Yeah, I finally got to see how it was like done. So, you know, and you know, thank you guys. Thank you for all the
trampoline, right?
No trampoline. God, no wonder some of these guys get really freaking hurt. But yeah, so again, like, we really appreciate you, like, you know, seriously. So, and if you're a wrestler watching this and you want to do an interview, you know, with me, hit me up, because I would love to get you on. And everybody's got a completely different story, and I want to hear it, like, as a fan. I just love hearing the stories. Like, it's not even like trying to get views or anything. I want to hear your story. That's how much I love wrestling. And I support the indie world, as I call it. So, but again, Ray, tell them where they can find you at.
Well, everything is Ray why did I say that wrong? Ray _Rumundo. Can't even remember my own social. God damn it.
Damn.
Oh, no swearing.
No swearing. But I swear.
So yeah, Ray _Rumundo. You can find me Instagram, Twitter. If you're lucky, I'll accept your friend request.
Oh, damn. The salt. Damn.
See, I'm not as humble.
Yes. Go support House of Glory.
More than likely. Support House of Glory. We'll be having our show on Saturday. Support indie wrestling. And it's not even, again, not just going to shows, not just watching. Do whatever.
Yeah.
There's people that do this. The podcasting world, like Alex Zane said last night.
Yeah.
That's doing something.
Yeah.
If you know how to do customs like I do, do customs in a video game.
Bring cookies. I bring cookies.
Cookies.
I brought Gangone cookies the other day, and I'm going to bring some hot sauce for Alex Zane if I get to go to this GCW show on January 11th. So I'm going to throw it in the ring. I told him instead of streamers, I'm throwing freaking sauce in or whatever like that. So, but
that's going to hurt.
Right in the eye. So,
but Tiff, thanks again for having me.
Yes,
I loved it.
I had so much fun. This was great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know. Leave comments below if there's things you want me to do, people you want me to interview. Hit me up on Twitter. You could follow me at loves to dream 82. Make sure you're following the network at the No Holds Barred Network. Also the All Elite podcast, which will be coming back Friday at 1:00 Eastern Standard Time. Go give these wolves. Thank you again for the beautiful music. You guys Darren, you're absolutely amazing. I'm glad that we got to meet again the other day. And thank you, Kyle, for making this layout, the intro, my thumb, everything. Like, you're a beast, So, so keep an eye out on Twitter. We'll see when I'll do another show. Look out for my pics, my videos, and and pay it forward, guys. Howdy.